Hey babe, what are you working on?
I'm actually working on this new listing for the property that we just acquired, and I'm making sure everything is in place, the rules and regulations. Let's talk about the rules and regulations. You have to make sure that you state your rules and regulations on black and white to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And you want to make sure that you let them know that there's no smoking, no loud music, no groups more than what is listed on the listing. If you only say that you can allow them to have 7 people or 8 people, and if there's any extra guests, you could add a fee. You could charge them an extra fee for any extra guest that is coming to the property. And outdoor, we're making sure we have cameras to make sure we can monitor what's going on. And again, so you don't have any surprises, because the more people, the more liability that's coming your way.
Well, that's great, babe. Rules and regulations are so important. One thing that I want to point out that I love about us doing short-term rentals is that I feel like we're on vacation all the time. So right now we're in one of our properties and we are actually enjoying it for the entire weekend because the weekend wasn't booked. So we get to have fun and work at the same time. So let's say that you have Airbnbs that are in cities that you don't live in. Let's say you live in Atlanta, but you have an Airbnb unit in Houston. So whenever you go to Houston, you get to stay for free because you're staying in your actual Airbnb unit. So that's one thing that's actually a really good benefit about doing a short-term rental business.
Out here in Miami, we have, seasons that you will be booked 7 days out of the week, 25 days, sometimes 20 days in the month. And the rest of the days, these are time that you get to enjoy. You get to bring your friends, your family, and really have fun for free. This is what I love about the short-term rental business. You can make your own schedule, you get to enjoy your life, and really make a great living out of it.
Exactly. So the seasons over here they start around November time, typically Thanksgiving, and they go all the way until the spring, the very end of spring, so like May. And those are the times when you're booked almost every day almost. And then when the summer comes around, it can get a little slow, to be honest with you. The slow season starts like around July and it can last up until September, and then it just picks right back up again. So keep that in mind, because one thing that we educate on is having reserves. You have to have reserves, which is like 3 months of your expenses, which is utilities, insurance, and if you have a note for the location or a rent for the location, you need to have that in reserves, and maintenance too. Just for those seasons where you're not booked 25 out of the 30 days.
So don't be afraid to get a property and wondering if it's going to be booked or not, because for the money that you will be making for those 20 days, even 15 days out of the month, right? When there's a slow week or a slow month, you are guaranteed to still have money coming in the next week after. So you'll never be in a position where you have 2-3 months that are slow and dying, that you have to worry about how am I going to pay the rent or the lease. So you shouldn't spend all the money you make all at once. Make sure, like she said, you always have some backup, a stash money in order for you to cover your rent for the days that are slow. Thank you for signing up for the membership, and I hope all the tools that we've given you are everything you need in order for you to grow a successful short-term business. It's a beautiful day out there, so we're gonna go and enjoy this pool. We'll see you later.